Welcome back. Another good week's training. It's pretty tired after last Sunday's long run and the sort of cross country on the Saturday, but I've had a pretty good week this week. Although the legs on Monday were pretty ripped apart from Sunday's long run, so run session Monday morning was pretty tough, but it was a bit better than the previous Monday. But my calves were quite tight from the cross country, so and then Monday night I had a bit of a turbo session, just some sort of shorter reps. I think it was sets of 3, I think 4 or 5 sets, but minute 30 efforts at about 350 watts I think it was, and then sort of a minute and a half in between. So I think it was 3 sets of 5 or something like that at sort of 350 watts. I'll maybe put the session down in the bio below in the comments. And then Tuesday last week I was actually in Glasgow with work, so I took my day off a lot earlier in the week, which is not ideal, but sort of had to work it in and around sort of work commitments this week. So had a long day in Glasgow, sort of out the house at 5:30, back at around 9:30 in the evening, so it was quite a long day. But Wednesday I did my sort of second run session, which was actually, normally I do time-based sessions, but it was one of the first sessions where I sort of did it to distance. So it was 3 times 1200 meters with I think a minute 15 recovery. So I had 3 of those, followed that by 2 800 meter reps, and then followed that, 800 meter reps, and then followed at the end with about 400 meter reps. So quite a good session. Then rode in and out of work on Wednesday as well. And then Thursday, steady run in the morning, and then another tough sort of bike session in the evening, which was I think 5 times 6 minutes at about 305 watts. So another tough sort of long session. The first couple weren't too bad, but the last couple of reps were really hard, with sort of the last couple of minutes in the last effort being really difficult. And then Friday, a bit of an easier day to be fair. I had an easy run in the morning, strength and conditioning at lunchtime, and then actually a sort of a steady hour in the evening. But I sort of took half day back from work on Friday, so had a little bit of a relaxing afternoon, went over to a sort of local coffee shop with the wife and just had a bit of a relax, which was nice, just to try and recover from the sort of the long day on Tuesday. And then Saturday, it's been a few weeks, haven't been able to get out with the club for a while, so I dropped a message on the WhatsApp group Friday night to see who it was about, but there was a good crowd of people out Saturday morning. So on Saturday got up early, got out down to the sort of local Stourbridge Club ride, which is really good to see quite a few people out. The weather's still okay for sort of middle to late November, so quite a lot of people out for that. There's probably 10 plus of us I think on the ride. To be fair, my legs were a bit tired. I think a training peaks at the moment is saying sort of -20 on the form, so I can tell I'm in sort of like quite a bit of a heavy period at the moment. So had to dig deep on a few occasions on the ride on Saturday, but really good to be out with the club. I think it's great doing stuff on the turbo, but I try and ride with the club when I can, and when it's a good crowd there and the pace is a good lick, can actually get a really good workout as well. So there's a couple of places on Saturday where I was really having to dig deep to hold on to a couple of wheels and things, but it was a really good loop. It's about 4 or 5 mile ride down to meet the club, and then we do I think it's about 33 mile the loop, and that can range anywhere between sort of 20 mile an hour to 22, maybe a little bit over 22 in the summer, but it's a nice little undulating course, a couple of little kickers, but we do a bit of a through and off section as well, but it's a really good ride to get out with the club and do that on Saturdays. So I'll try and get out next Saturday as well, because I've not got many races. I think my next race is 3rd of December, so hopefully this side of Christmas a few more rides with the club would be fantastic. And then on Sunday today, went out for a long run again. Last week I did that on my own, so I haven't been able to get out with Marc for a few weeks, but it's good to get out with Marc today. So sort of 16 mile today. I think 2:45, 2 hours 46 worth of running over the fields. Pretty getting a little bit muddy or muddier. We went up over to Kimber Edge, which is near where we live. So good amount of climbing. I think 2,000 foot of climbing or so today, I think. Really undulating, real big climb up over to Kimber Edge, and then back down and back on the canal for the last 3 or 4 mile. But it was good to get out. I think especially this weekend, it's great doing my training on the turbo and commuting to work, but it was good to get out with a few people. Great to get out with the club on Saturday. Great to get out with Marc today as well. I think it's really nice just to have those couple of sessions where you're with a group of people. It just breaks up the monotony of the week, especially for me, as I do a lot of training, especially in the mornings on my own, do a lot of my run sessions on my own. So the weekend, just to get out with a few people is really good, because I don't really get the chance in the week to do that. Occasionally I'll try and get out with or do a bit of a virtual session with Huxon. So they do on a Wednesday night a little bit of a sort of turbo session, or there'd be a group ride on Zwift that somebody will organise. So occasionally I'll try and do that, but it just depends with work commitments and if that fits in with my training. So yeah, another good week ticked off. I've got one more hard week now next week, and then it's an easy week, and I'll gear into probably my last race of the year, which will be the second of the lead races for Western Tempo in the Birmingham Cross Country League, and that'll probably be it for the year then. And still waiting for final confirmation of the races for next year in terms of the middle distance duathlons. So I know the standards are in Italy and in Ibiza, and I think it's in Venice in Italy, but I'm thinking the middle distance worlds is going to be, looks like it's going to be Denmark, and I think the Europeans could be Austria according to the Palman website, but I'm just waiting for official confirmation on that. So yeah, hopefully get another good week's training in, and I'll post another video up hopefully next week, if not before. But yeah, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you want to follow my sort of journey, and hopefully catch up with some of you soon.